Alright guys, we're looking at fourths today with your sight reading. And fourths are really cool because I like to use them a lot in blues playing. You know, something like... So they work really good for blues things. So let's take a look at fourths today. Hello, I'm Sean Cheek. Welcome to my easy piano lessons. I do have a website called webpianoteacher.com. I have lots and lots of videos that are on there to help you with your sight reading. Just give you a little taste of things right here so you can kind of see what I do on the website. But as we're looking at fourths here, we've already looked at seconds, we've already looked at thirds on the website. Now we're looking at fourths here. And fourths you can always pick out because they go line, space, or space, line. Now this may seem really elementary to you, but if you're a horrible sight reader, it may not be your fault. It may be just the way you learned when you started, and we have to retrain your brain to start thinking like a sight reader, like a good sight reader would. And we have to learn to see these patterns in notes, these intervals, as fourths. Instead of just thinking, oh, that's G and that's C, we need to see it as a fourth. When you see it, you see that distance between the two notes on the page, and you see a space line, fourths should come out, you know, just immediately like that. And I kind of read from bottom up, so that's a good way to start. As you see the bottom note, the G, and you know the C is going to be a fourth up from that, okay? And then we're going to skip down here to another fourth. As you can see, it's line to space, E to A is a fourth. Okay, now don't look down every single fourth, okay? Take a chance on missing it, all right? Don't always look down and check everything trying to be perfectionist, because that's what's made you a slow sight reader all these years, is you look down so much. You check everything. You're trying to be perfect, and it'll just drive you nuts. You'll never get any speed to your reading, any continuity if you keep doing that. Take a chance. Don't look down. And if you miss it, let's say you miss this one, don't start all over, okay? If you miss one, fix it and keep going right where you are, okay? The idea is quantity, not quality, when we're working on our sight reading. We want to put a lot of music in front of us that's fairly easy, and then put something new, something new, something new, always changing it up and doing something else, so our brains learn to just think and be ready and be alert and all that good stuff. So now we're going to do D and G together. Then we're going to go back to E and A here. Okay? Then we're going to go up to G and C, which is another fourth, because it's line to space. Okay? And then line, space to line here. A to D, feel it as a fourth. G to C, and then we're going to E to A, and then D to G. Okay? E to A. Okay? Alright? Now, I have written down here fourths are line, space, or space line. We've already talked about that, so that's the idea there. And they are considered a dissonant interval. If you open up any textbook and you read, fourths are considered dissonant. Nowadays, you know, with all the modern music we have and all the other types of music that are available, I don't know, it's not always dissonant to my ears, okay? But it's considered dissonant, and you know, maybe it needs to resolve to a third. And so you hear that in country music. You have a fourth, and you flip it up to a third. You hear that, you know. Alright, an example of a consonant interval would be a third. Okay, an at-rest interval. A dissonant interval tends to need resolution. So if I took a C to F, we'd think maybe it needs to resolve to a third. Okay, it's not at rest, it's not at peace. So keep that in mind, consider it a dissonant interval, and learn to see these as fourths. So let's do our little exercise here. On the website, I give you backing tracks. I actually put 4 stabs. I write smaller, okay? And you can still see it though, pretty clearly. Put 4 stabs just chock full of fourths, you know, played melodically, one note at a time, and also harmonically. And we go through how to think about it when you're going through and how you're reading through that, and I actually will play with you so you can have something to go along with on that video. But check out the website. I have tons of sight reading lessons on there. This is just kind of a taste of what we do on there. But anyway, let's look at this. Let's play. I want to kind of play something with this so you can play with me. So it's me. Okay, so. Put your left hand with there. I'm just doing an A octave with a fifth of a middle. Maybe down here. Maybe here it sounds better. Now I can go to D in the left hand now and then play the same thing. Back to A. Something fun. It's not really fun always to study fourths, you know, just to look at that kind of dryly and go through it, but that kind of makes it a little more interesting to put some blues with it, you know, and other styles when I can think of them. So that's my goal, is to make you a good sight reader and to improve your sight reading, to make you faster, make you better, to retrain your brain to break all those bad habits that you've had. So check out my website. Also, you can connect with me on Facebook. Just do a Google search for web piano teacher and then a different word, fans, and you'll find my fan page on there. I always have lots of updates, and you can check out what I'm doing any time of the day on there and make comments and so forth. So kind of a fun way to connect. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson on fourths, and good luck with your sight reading.